What's up, Affordable Armory folks? How y'all doing? So over the holidays, I was visiting family in a different state, and they took me to the gun show, which was awesome. They know I like guns. They like guns, so that's what we did. You know, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so we're there, and I'm kind of looking around for accessories and stuff, and I came across a table where the guy had Glock trigger kits, and not just trigger kits. He had lower parts kits, and I've been wanting to do a Polymer 80 build for a really long time, but I just hadn't gotten around to it, hadn't been able to justify the cost, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I said, you know what, this is a sign it's time to do a Polymer 80 build. So I bought the trigger pack from him, or excuse me, I bought the lower receiver completion kit from him, which includes a trigger. And when I got home, I went ahead and ordered this guy. Now, this is the Polymer 80 lower. It's an 80% lower that I have to complete. So I'm going to use that kit to do it. Now, if you look here, this says Brownells exclusive. However, I did not order this from Brownells. I ordered this from a company called JSD Supply. And they're a pretty cool company. They actually sell complete kits. They also sell parts kits, and they do this for Glock and SIG, believe it or not. You can actually build your own SIG P320 if you want to. But anyway, so I ordered this from them, and it was $150, and they were running a special at the time that it actually includes the lower parts kit. So now I have two lower parts kits, which means I'm gonna have to do a second Polymer 80. I haven't even built this one yet, and I already want to do another one. How about that? So anyway, thought that was pretty cool, and I've got the upper coming in the mail, and when I get that, I will do the video for that. Anyway, so let's head over to the bench, and I'll show you what comes in a Polymer 80 kit, and then we'll do the build. Alright, so here is the Polymer 80 box. Like I said, it says Brownells exclusive, which means I'm guessing that JSD Supply got these from Brownells, which is pretty cool. They have a Polymer 80 that is an exclusive. There are regular Polymer 80s, and then the Brownells one, I believe, has different texturing on the grip, which is kind of cool. So let's open it up, and you can see this is the lower receiver kit. All the parts that you need to assemble your lower. This is your locking block and your front rails, and I believe some of the pins are in there. And it also comes with these drill bits, which are to help you drill the holes, which we'll talk about right now. So right here we have this jig, and then you can see the receiver is inside the jig. So that's how it works, and then you place this jig in your vise, and you drill out that hole, that hole, and that hole. That's your 3 pins that are standard on a Glock, and then you mill out your rails right here. Mill that down, mill that down, mill that down, mill that down. You can use a file or a Dremel or whatever, sandpaper, which would take you forever. And then you mill that out right there, your slide channel. That's where your recoil spring and guide rod goes. And once all of that material is removed and those holes are drilled, then you put in your parts, and voila, you have a Glock lower. So I'm gonna take this apart real quick. There you go. So there's 2 halves to it. This one is the flat dark earth coloration. I hate that word, but that's what Nut and Fancy says, and I think that's why it's in my head. I would just say it's flat dark earth color, but he likes that word coloration for some reason. Anyway, some differences from a standard Glock. You can see that it has an undercut already right here. The texturing here is much better. That is a very like sandpapery feel, kind of reminiscent of my Taurus G2C, maybe even a little bit more aggressive. And then it's got this little bevel here for like a pinky rest, I guess, and as opposed to either the cutout or just being straight across on your Gen 5 Glock 19s. This is a 19 sized frame, so it will take Glock 19 magazines. One other difference is it has a standard Picatinny rail here, and you've got 4 rail slots, unlike a regular Glock, which was a proprietary slot and you only get 1. This one will take any regular Picatinny accessories. It's pretty cool. It's also got some texturing on the front here, so if you do the whole put your finger up here kind of thing when you shoot, you can do that. That's not how I shoot, but you know, whatever. So anyways, I'm excited. I'm gonna make my own gun, and we'll see where it goes. What else is in the box? Yeah, you get a, let's see, that's a sticker. Got another new sticker for the safe. Woohoo! And then Polymer 80 for pistol frame and rifle lower instructions. Please visit our website. There's tons of videos online on how to do this. I will probably document my process, although it'll be less of a how-to and more so of here's how I did it. So anyways, that's what comes in your Polymer 80 kit. Alright, so if you're wondering why I'm wearing a different shirt, you have way too much time on your hands. No, seriously, the slide and barrel arrived and it came on the next day, so I'm filming the next day. There's your answer. So here it is. It's from Rock Slide USA, and let's head over to the workbench and I'll unbox it for you. Alright, so here's the box it came in. You can see it says Rock Slide USA. That's the company. Made in the USA by Patriots, lifetime warranty, and there's the website. That's pretty much it as far as the box, but pretty cool. Made by Patriots. I believe they're in North Carolina, if I remember right. So you open up the box and you got some nice foam wrapping, and you've got some marketing material made in the USA by Patriots, Glock parts, barrels, blah blah blah, and their website. So yeah, marketing materials. No sticker. I'm kind of disappointed. Come on, Rock Slide. In all seriousness, they sent a free t-shirt when I bought this, so you know, sticker, t-shirt, whatever. T-shirt's probably way better anyway. So there it is. That's the slide. I got it with your standard Glock sights because they were cheap. This is the affordable Armory, not the I have $1 million Armory. So yeah, this is not going to be a Gucci Glock. This is going to be I built a Glock kind of thing. So this was about the cheapest I could find, and I paid, let's see, it starts at $200 for just the slide, and then it's kind of cool when you go on their website. You can add stuff to it that you want. They have different sight options. You can get it with or without the barrel, with or without the guide rod, with or without the completion kit. So I went ahead and ordered it with everything because I want a working gun. So that put me to just over $300, I believe, for the slide. So you combine that with the Polymer 80 lower here, which was $150, and that came with the trigger and lower parts kit. So you're talking about around $450 for the whole kit, plus shipping and handling. Like I said, JSD Supply sometimes has sales on full build kits. I've seen them for as low as $3.99. Which is pretty awesome. If you're wanting to do a build and you see that, then I would say pick it up, because they normally go for $100 more than that, and then depending on what model you're wanting, sometimes even more than that. So anyway, let's do some comparison here. So this lower here is in flat dark earth, which, you know, it looks kind of like actually a darker flat dark earth than what you normally see, but I mean, It's basically flat dark earth. You know, it's darker than your tan color or your sand color, but not necessarily as dark as a coyote brown or something. So the slide, they do offer this in a flat dark earth also, but I went with the burnt bronze because I thought that would be a nice contrast, like similar enough color, but slightly contrasty. And I think that's going to look awesome once I get it assembled. I think that is going to look really cool. That matches up a whole lot better than I thought it was going to. So I'm super happy about that. Anyway, there it is. I'm not going to film the build portion because YouTube does not like gunsmithing videos. And I do not want my channel to get deleted. So if you're interested in how to do this, Polymer 80 has videos on their website, or you can head over to Gunstreamer, and lots of the YouTube guys are over there on Gunstreamer, myself included, and there's tons of videos on how to mill this out and build it. So anyway, we'll move on to the completed gun. Okay, so I'm filming this after the fact, but I just wanted to explain something real quick. So when I finished building the gun, I went to assemble it, and I put the slide onto the frame, and it was super tight. I mean, I couldn't even rack it. It was that tight. Like, I went to put it on, and I would get it all the way to where it's sitting right now, and it was basically stuck. Like, you couldn't even come back like this at all. Like, that just was not happening. So I let go of my ego. I took it to a gunsmith and said, hey, can you help me out with this? I built this gun, and I would like to shoot it, but obviously it's not going to shoot in this condition. So what can you do for me? So he took a look at it, and I took it to him like on a Thursday afternoon, and he called me Friday morning and said it's ready to go, which was amazing. Like, good for them. That they were able to help me out that quick. But basically what they did, if you can see here, see how the slide now has sort of a mirror finish. What he did was he fit the barrel to the slide, so he had to remove some material, and that caused the finish to no longer be black. It's more of a mirror finish. And he also fit the slide to the frame. So now the gun works, and he told me that it was still super tight, but the more I shot it, the more it would break in. So I was like, okay, cool. And after that, I took it to the range and I shot it, and we'll roll that footage now. Alright, here we are at the range, and I've got the Polymer 80 build. It's complete, it's ready to go. It's been tested by the gunsmith, and I'm going to put my first rounds through it. So here we go. Stuck slide. Cycled that time. Did it. Alright, well, there's the first 50 rounds through the gun. As you can see, this thing is still really tight, even after having the gunsmith fit it, because that slide is not cycling properly. And I'm getting a stovepipe or a double feed on pretty much every round. So, I'm going to take it apart, clean it, and keep shooting it. I'll do that off camera because I don't think you want to sit here and watch me shoot and do malfunction drills all day long. So, anyways, just looking at the target, it shoots a couple inches high. I'm at 5 yards, and I've got a group going, and it's very consistently about 2 inches high. So, anyways, I'm gonna keep shooting it, like I said, off camera, and then I'll get back to you with an update. Alright, so here we are back at the range. I've got the Polymer 80 right here. So far I have 500 rounds through it. It is appearing to be working okay now, and I'm going to put 50 rounds through it for you just so you can see. So you saw the first 50 rounds where it was a one-shot wonder pistol, and then I very frustratingly put another 400 rounds through it, or 450 rounds through it, and eventually it started working the way it should. So now I'm going to put 50 more rounds through it, and you can see how it shoots. There you can see that it did lock open. It shot all 15 rounds through the magazine just fine. No malfunctions. It is working. Let's keep going. Alright, so we had a couple issues of it locking open when there was still rounds in the magazine. Other than that, it did work. Let's keep it rolling. Okay, so you can see it's pretty much working. It does have some issues every now and then with the slide locking open, and there's still rounds in the magazine. So not 100% reliable, but it does work. Alright, there's our target. So that was 50 rounds at 7 yards. And those ones that are high, those were my first couple shots, because it does tend to shoot high. It wants more of a 6 o'clock hold with the sights, and The ones that are low, those were ones after a malfunction where I was anticipating basically like, oh, is it going to work? And I would kind of press the gun downward or to the left or vice versa. So anyways, you can see the main grouping there when I did have it dialed in. It's just a little bit to the left, which is probably me, but it shoots pretty good. Yeah, there you go, 50 rounds through my Polymer 80. That's now 550 rounds through the gun total, and I like it. So guys, there you have it. There is my Polymer 80, my first ever gun build. Final thoughts. Is it worth it to build a Polymer 80 versus maybe buying a Glock? I'm going to have to say, if you don't already own a Glock, just go buy a Glock, because I mean, you kind of have to have some knowledge on the platform in order to do the build. Also, for the amount that I spent in parts on this, it's only $50 to $100 more, and you can get a real Glock 19. So I would say just save your money and buy a real Glock. Now, having said that, if you do already own a Glock, it's kind of cool to build one of these. I thought it was cool just to be able to say I built a gun. Really, I mean, that was the fun in it for me. I now have a gun that I put together. I assembled it. I did all the tooling on it. You know, it's my gun. It's no one else's gun. It's mine. I made it. And to me, that's cool. You know, I'm kind of a hands-on guy. I like messing around with stuff, using tools, and doing guy stuff, you know, basically. So for me, it was fun. Just the process of building the gun was fun. I will absolutely do another gun build. So, worth it if you are into stuff like that? Absolutely. But if you're just wanting a gun and don't already have one, I'd say go get a real Glock. So, as always, head over to affordable-armory.com. That's where the blog lives. That's where our merch is. That's where our affiliate links are. Save yourself some money on something you were going to buy anyway, and help support the channel in the process. And that's where all of our social media links are. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends to subscribe, share the videos, whatever you can do. I did a video on this already, but once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a super awesome giveaway. So please, please, please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to do an awesome giveaway for you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.